Now that you have claimed or ported your phone numbers, you can now add your employees to the system and assign phone services. You will need to create a user for each employee that will use your 8x8 phone system. To create a user, click on the user's icon. To create an individual user profile, click on Create User. Enter the user's basic information and what site they will be part of, as well as choosing whether the user's contact will show to the whole company or just to the site. You can also add job title, department, and other details. Below in the Services and Permissions section, you can assign a profile policy as well as a license package to the user. This will determine what feature the user will have access to. The Voice Basic Settings section is where you can assign a phone number, extension number, and device type for your user. Phone numbers will have to be claimed or ported before you can assign them to a user. The Device section is where you can assign a desk phone or other devices to a user. You can activate the phone by typing in the MAC address of the phone or by having the system generate an activation code. If you choose activation code, you will then have to enter the activation code into the phone. Next, we're going to set up some basic functions, such as voicemail, external caller ID, and more. You can use the navigation bar on the left to move quickly between sections. In the voicemail section, you can add a voicemail greeting for external callers and internal callers, as well as reset the voicemail password for your user. Under External Caller ID, you can set the name and number displayed when your user makes a call outside the company. You can also block External Caller ID here. Internal Caller ID lets you set your first and last name that will be displayed on the recipient's device when you make a call inside the company. Call forwarding allows you to choose how you want your calls handled in certain situations. For example, you can choose to forward the user's calls to a voicemail if they are busy. You can set up rules as to when the calls will be forwarded and select the desired destination. You can also set up call recording settings and external calling permissions. Emergency address. If your user will be at an address other than your site, you should enter in their address. This way, emergency services will be able to locate them in the event of an emergency. You can set users' permissions for other applications such as Switchboard, Analytics, and third-party integrations. Lastly, you can select whether you want your user to receive a welcome email with their login credentials. The user credentials will be used to log in to 8x8 Work Desktop and mobile apps. Click Save to create the user.